Hi everyone, Happy New Year. I want you to build your capacity for love in the new year. And I think I found a really cool way to do it using the tarot and some affirmations from Louise Hay. I just had a client leave and she came up with 10 affirmations she's specializing in the new year. And I figured, man, how cool would that be if an affirmation seems a little bit far away for you or not specific to your life experience? You pull in some cards to make these affirmations real, all right? That's how you know an affirmation works, is whenever it feels real for you. Otherwise, you're just wasting your breath saying words. So here we go. 10 positions. Any order that you want to put them on a table is cool with me. I don't give a shit, guys. Put the cards wherever you want. But I think I'm going to do this card at the beginning of every week, or do this spread at the beginning of every week. I think this is going to be the first time that I actually do a journal with tarot. A lot of people talk about keeping track of their readings. I really don't do that because I do so many client readings. I said, oh my God, I don't want to bother my particular tarot practice with having to write it down. But I think these 10 positions right there are going to be really interesting to kind of keep track of actually in a log. So I think in this brand new year, I found the thing that I'm going to keep track of. We'll let you know how that goes later on to see if I actually do it. Okay, but here we go. I'm going to call it the Build My Capacity of Love Spread. This is what Louise Hay came up with. And these cards are intended to make what might seem a little bit outside of believability to make it more real for you. So position number 1. I am always safe. You got to see it live time, guys. You got to see it live time. I am always safe. And I got the feeling, I love reversals, guys. I love doing my reversals. I think this kind of spread, this kind of reading, I think this is just going to be best just doing right side up. And I don't think I have ever said that before, but I just have the feeling about the straightforwardness with an affirmation and the link so that it can feel true for you as you're thinking about the words. I think of the right side. I'm going to encourage you, if you do reversals, let's just do this together. Maybe you just tell me you do and you don't. I don't care. But for me, I'm going to share my experience. I'm going to be doing all these right side up, okay? This just happened to come up right side anyway. I am always safe. This is right there. The number 1, it's a night. It's about doing the beingness of your life. This active dude right here, I love that I'm always safe because I'm always in my life. I like the view looking over that coin. I love kind of keeping the eyes on the goal, on the intended outcome, knowing that in the process, even whenever you stop, you're always safe. And this is kind of where I feel whenever I contemplate my life, and maybe you do too, that whenever you take time out to really kind of fall into that phase where you're just like, am I where I want to be? Where do I want to be? That's when fear sort of creeps in. That's whenever I begin to feel like maybe I'm not safe. So this is going to remind me, maybe remind you too, or help you remember that whenever you begin to contemplate the beingness of where you are in your life, remember that stopping point where you're taking that breath in to evaluate, that at that very moment you're safe and that stop was intended for you. Okay, I love that. Okay, position number 2. Knowledge comes to me. Oh, here we go. Knowledge comes to me as I continue to apply the knowledge that I already have. This is that work card. This is sort of kind of getting your head down and kind of doing your life, creating, trying to become a master of it. It's such a fantastic, it's that infinity of the 8. It's this never-ending cycle. And knowledge comes to me just as the process of me doing my life, of me enjoying the beingness of my doing state. Okay, if you want to look at it in tarot terms. I think that's kind of cool. I think that makes it more real for me to realize that me just kind of doing my life, all the knowledge is going to come because I'm actually involved in it. I think that makes sense. That makes it more real. How about the third one? Everything I need comes to me in the perfect time and space sequence. This is something that caught me up for years. Everything I need comes to me in the perfect time and space sequence. Okay, let's get a nice magical card right there. There it is right there. I'm going to turn it right there. How about this, just kind of doing this trusting thing, all right? We kind of get into this active wand being in the left hand, right? So it's about the receiving. I think it's perfect timing. Like that dude's kind of waiting for the ship, kind of making all the decisions, just kind of seeing like a little, what in the world are you going to do? What's going to happen is that it comes to him, just like he's waiting for that next ship to come in. The active wand is in his left hand, that passive side. I know some of you left southpaws are a little bit not okay with me talking about how the right is active and the left is passive, but I'm telling you, for me, the imagery so speaks to that for myself that it's so true. So the knowledge just comes. There's nothing that I need to do other than just expect it. And I think that's fantastic to just sort of be involved in life and just kind of know that, like, hey man, knowledge is coming in the right space and time sequence. Everything that I need comes to me in the perfect time and space sequence, including the knowledge. Okay, position number 4. Life is a joy and filled with love. Now, there's often times whenever we're not thinking and feeling like that, but let's see what the tarot, how that can make it more real for us. Oh my God, this is perfect, guys. Look at this. I'm dropping all kind of crap here. Life is a joy and filled with love. I love this card. I love the Hangman. I love that he's just dangling right above the Sun card. When you arrange those in 3 rows of 7, the sun is illuminating him. All he is doing is he's trusting in faith. This is the card of faith and trust that just whatever's turning in that wheel of fortune is going to play out exactly the way is intended, exactly the way that's for this particular guy. And the joy card, the fun card, is right beneath him. All right? I love that. You don't have to do a goddamn thing in order to just appreciate that life is filled with joy and it's filled with love. I love that. The Hangman, you're one of my best friends in the new year, man. It looks like he's not doing a lot, but it has a lot to do when you're having this faith. All right? I love it. Actually, having faith, having hope is probably the most active thing you can do with your vibe if you think about it. All right. I am loving and I am loved. Card number 5. Oh, there we go. There you go. Actually, we're not going to do reversals, but it's still so appropriate, right? This is how I love the tarot so much. It came in like this. We'll just make more emphasis because I had to turn it over to read it right side up. I am loving and I am loved. And anytime that I don't feel that, I know that I'm just being locked in here by all these thoughts. And these thoughts, this is like the 10 of swords. You know what I mean? This 8 of swords is like the 10 of swords. They're not even my swords that are killing me. These aren't my swords. These aren't my thoughts that are telling me, or maybe I'm listening to the swords of other people to just not, to feel that way to myself. So this card is a reassurance for me, as I hope it is for you, that whenever you're feeling not loved, that's not because of you. That's because of something else going on, somebody else's opinion of you, man. I think that's a great card for that. How about this? I prosper wherever I go. I prosper wherever I go. Let's do another shuffle on this. I prosper wherever I go. I had a wonderful conversation with my client just now. She changed the entire trajectory of her life, or I should say her entire life's trajectory got changed at a party she went to over the holidays, because she said, for the first time in my life, I felt like going into a party, a social situation, where I am going to be the bee's knees and so comfortable in my own skin, which she never had felt before. She said, I just had the inspiration to just walk in as a totally different person. And because she walked in as a totally newly made, formed, creative person, that caused the effect of just meeting all these people that she never would have met if she didn't walk into the party like this. Now she's starting a brand new job. Now she's going to be moving to a brand new place that she's always wanted to live. And it all started with the cause of her saying, I'm going in with somebody new. I don't know what the hell made me get on that tangent. I don't even know, but here we go. No, this is it. I prosper wherever I go. I bet this has to do something with the attitude going into something. That's where I got off on my little tangent, my little rambling, my little talking on the side. I prosper wherever I go. Well, there it is right there. Man, that's the nature of this cat right here, man. That's the nature. That's just optimism, man. That's what you get into before you. This is exactly what I just talked about, really, with the woman making the cause. I'm going to be open into this new party environment, all right? before you get into the actual party, before you get into the world, before you get into the actual numbers, before you're a number, you take this essence of this attitude, this positive expectation. And that's how you create what this client created, a brand new life's trajectory, because she honored the cause of it. She says, I'm going to go in different. Oh, I love the Fool for that position. Thank you. Thank you, Fool. I love it. I prosper wherever I go because this is how I get there. That's how I begin my step. Woo! That is so appropriate for the new year anyway. I love it. How about this? My income is constantly increasing. That's a favorite for everyone. A lot of people have problems with raising their income. That's unfortunate because it's one of the easiest things to do. It's so easy. My income is constantly increasing, but in times where it doesn't feel like that, let's draw a card. Let's find out. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, here we go. Isn't this something? This is almost like a little irony right there. How about this? Actually, it came in reverse. I flipped it over, which is a little bit more emphasis here. My income is constantly increasing. I love this because this is the only card in the traditional deck that has snow. It casts such a dramatic seasonal change compared to the tone and tonality and weather, basically, of the other cards. It's seasonal. This is a wonderful bridge whenever you find yourself feeling like your income isn't increasing, that you're getting stuck, that you're just always in cycles. You move from one cycle to the next, from one season to the next. Inevitably, the fall will come. Inevitably, the spring will be here after the winter, the fall, whatever. You just know that there's always going to be changes. So, like how the stock market has this general trend, but often it goes down as often as it comes up. But whenever it goes up more. So you got to judge the overall pattern. So I like that. I like a 5. I'll take a 5. I'll take a 5 any damn day, anywhere, man. I think it's a wonderful way to make a 5 work, even if it points to something really shitty, right? I like it. I like it. What's my next one here? I am willing to grow and change. I am willing to grow and change. Man, I'll tell you what, if you're not willing to grow and change, maybe that's why your income's not increasing, but that's just another aside. Okay, here we go. I am willing to grow and change. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, there you go. I am willing to grow and change. How about this cat right there? How about this magnificent little page? Growing and changing is all about making yourself new, creating yourself new, having the imagination to what am I going to become now? How about I go into a new social environment, open? Maybe I pretend like I'm somebody else. Maybe you do a little meditation. Maybe you do a little subconscious work. Maybe you call a hypnotherapist for some subconscious work. That's how you're willing to grow and change, is how am I going to create myself differently? This is a little bit of an aside. Normally I don't watch TV. I really don't watch TV at all. But I happened to catch one of those guys at the turn of the new year a couple of days ago, talking to another one of the guys on TV about changing habits, or about, like the New Year's resolutions. That's the term, the New Year's resolutions. And he said the most effective way to do a New Year's resolution, and I was prepared to just hear a bunch of bull crap from somebody that was just trying to sell a book, but it was really insightful. He says, don't try to just say, I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to make more money, or I'm going to find my mate. It's about saying, this is the person I'm going to be. This is the person I'm going to become. And that's what this cat's doing right there. This is the best New Year's resolution card that you can have, is who do I want to become? And then just the steps to becoming that person, to making that resolution, become automatic, because then you are literally, I don't want to go off on another time change thing, but it's about becoming the steps, having the steps come naturally to you. I think that card is fantastic. The Page of Cups for that is fantastic. I'm just going to try to stick this video as short as I can, maybe even under 15 minutes. We'll see. Who knows? But number 9 is, I am willing to look at myself, which is very much kind of what we just talked about, the Page of Cups. But I'm willing to look at myself. If it's hard for you to look at yourself sometimes, this is why you want to draw a card. La-da-do. I'm willing to look at myself. It's a 3. Intensity, the quality of the suit. It's about this guy. What's he doing? He's just kind of waiting to see what's next, kind of waiting to see what the boat's going to come. A lot of these boat themes. Was that another reading? That was another. No, that was the 2 of Swords. We have the 3 of Swords here. In fact, actually, let's use that. The 2's duality, the coming together, the joining. The 3 is what is birthed from the 2, right? Brian Cormack Carr had a wonderful series about 3's being that which comes from whatever is, stabilized or joined with the 2's. So I'm willing to look at myself to just kind of be that third party. What is birthed by my past experiences? That's a very generalized view, but I think we can make this card work for you specifically if you wanted to. And you're going to draw your own cards. Hopefully you will. And the 10th card, all is well in my world. That's one of the hardest things to believe for most people all the time, and that's okay. But whenever you need a little help, let's draw a card. Oh my goodness gracious me. The most beloved High Priestess. How absolutely beautiful. All is well in the world, because really what matters is not even really what you're looking at in the world, right? I love this card. I love that all the knowing is behind, all the perceiving is out there. So whenever you're perceiving the shit, the black and white world that you don't like, that you're seeing the effects of causes that aren't pleasing to you, know that it is about what's behind this beautiful High Priestess, man. All is well in my world is from behind the veil. You get the wider perspective. Don't worry about what you perceive, guys. Worry about what you know, all sense of knowledge behind that veil. Anyway, this was a lot of fun. I hope you do it. If you don't, I won't be offended. But it was good to be back on YouTube. Happy New Year. Happy 2019. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.